Hey guys, what's happening? Today we're going to build this little gazebo slash tiki planter, little solar light. We use a path light, entrance light, a front entrance. This goes with the or standalone. If you haven't seen this one, this is the sconce light. This is kind of the matching set for this. So this was a longer video. I detailed all the angles and everything in that one. That's why that one was a little longer. So this one's just going to be like a quick, brief overview, cliff notes. And you're going to be sneaking probably into a third picket, depending on if you got any scraps. I mean, I think you're going to be just going to be shy of a little bit of trim. But if you did the sconce in this, you could do them with 4 pickets. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you're going to start with your 2 pickets, set one aside. Now we're going to cut the other one at 61 inches. Set that other piece aside, and you're going to bevel 45 degrees. Should look like that. This is for our roof section. The miter is going to be 22.2, and your bevel tilt is at 20.7. 22.2. Tilt your blade to the right. We'll go to 20.7. The first one, we'll just cut the tip off. Now this is the same as the sconce light. Our mark is this point to here is 2 1/16. Set this one over. We're going to alternate the cuts for our bigger part of the roof and the smaller part. So there's the smaller one. We're just going to cut the tip out right at the point. Set that over. Now we're just going to alternate and do the same thing. So you got 6 big ones and 6 of the smaller ones. So you should have something like this. Keep them in order so the grain matches. There's your leftover piece. We're going to need that for our beam that holds the posts up. Now I'm going to put my hole for the light. I'm going to come up 2 3/8. Just kind of square that over. There's the solar path little template for the light. Center it up, and we'll draw it out and cut it. Okay, now I'm going to CA glue and pin nail. Don't worry about any seams. We're going to glue and sand when it sets up. Now we'll do the smaller section. Okay, next we're going to take the remaining piece that you 45'd, and we're going to go point to flat 2 inches, and we'll cut both sides out. Okay, so I have a little bit of scrap left over. Okay, now we're going to take it and go 30 degrees in, from point to point, 4 3/4. Now your saw to 30. Put your bevel down and out. So now we're going to measure 4 3/4 over. There's your mark. Okay, should look like that. I'll do that 6 times. Okay, these are going to be for a little beam that holds the post up. So the one where the light is, we got to cut out the angle, because it's going to be in the way of the light. So I'm going to do this on the table saw, or you can just use a hand saw, whatever you prefer. So there is going to be some gap here and there. That's due to cupping, unevenness of the boards, angle slightly off a little bit. So if you find it's not looking perfect, you see these gaps. What we're going to do is we just glue it up, let it set for a little bit, sand it out. They come out good. These look, actually this one probably looked worse than this one. So okay, what we'll do now is we'll glue it, the seams, any holes, let it set up a little bit, sand it out, both of them, and then we'll add our spacers. Okay, next we're going to elevate our roof a little bit so there's a gap. So you could just cut little spacers flat, and then just put a couple in each side, and then just set it on top. I'm just going to go ahead and make a bevel, and this was 20.7. We'll just take this extra piece and we'll bevel 20.7 on both sides. Just measure over 5/8. Okay, now take your bevel pieces, and then we'll just CA glue these together. Look like that. Go to the miter saw, set it down, cut 20.7 this way and 20.7 this way. Or unless you just want to leave it flat. And then we'll just come down about, I don't know, a couple inches and then cut it straight and then do it again. And then you should be able to get 6 out of these. Now you could get a longer piece. Just go down the line. They should have 6 little pieces like that. Set it inside here, roll up your roof edge, and we'll glue and pin nail. Something look like that. So what we do is just glue this. Maybe put some CA glue on the tip of one. And you just set it down. Make sure she's about level all the way around. Looks good. Set it down here. Go down it. So what the glue kind of set up a little bit. Then what we'll do is we'll go through and I'm going to stain. I'll stain the inside. I'll stain the outside of the roof. I'm not going to stain this yet because we're going to glue our posts into here. So in the meantime, we'll do our walls, and those are going to be 4 3/4, 30 degrees, point to point. So 30 degrees this way, 30 degrees that way, 4 3/4. Okay, so there's your picket left over. Should have 6 pieces. Clean up your burrs. Okay, now we'll just glue and pin nail this together. Okay, now we're going to take a piece of your picket, trace out for the bottom, or you can just leave this out if you're going to have it open to the ground. Once you cut out that piece, you're going to have a small sliver. And you just trace that out. Then just glue it and pin nail it. Okay, we're going to do the posts. They're going to be about 14 inches long. And they're going to be beveled at 30 degrees. Basically, it's going to look something like that. We'll bevel each side of this board. There's about 30 inches left on this. So we'll bevel each side, square our table saw, come over 3/4, make a set. So that'd be one set. Try to get 4 or 5 maybe out of this. We'll probably have to get to a third picket for the rest of the trim. So yeah, I was able to get 6 3/4 inch pieces at about 30 inches long. So this is what the bevel should look like. Now we just cut that in half. Should give you about 15-inch pieces. So when you put them together, you can leave them flat, or I'm just going to 45 mine. So if you want to 45 them, don't glue them yet. And we'll go over to the miter saw and we'll cut some 45s off them. So if you want to 45 them, set your saw to 45. First one, bevel up, out, and then just cut 45 off that. Next one's opposite, bevel down. Should look something like that. And we'll do that 5 times. The other one's going to be a short one, the one in the middle. So we'll just do 5 posts like this. And now I'm going to CA glue the tops and bottoms, then wood glue in the middle. And I'll pin nail with 3/4 inch. Just don't put any nails at the bottom because we're going to cut 14 inches. Okay, now we're going to take these 5, come from the tip, take 14, cut it. For the one where it's going to be open, we'll cut it flush to the top of the walls. Okay, so I've made a change. Instead of doing 2-inch beam from point down, do from the point down 3.5 inches. And then, because I want to make an arch, and then all you do is take like a paint can, just draw from point to point. That'll give you your little arch. So for now, just rip something down. I'm going to add little extensions on to my roof. Once I put my roof on, I'll add these little pieces on. But to save that step, just make your beams 3.5 inches, make your arch. I think it's going to add a nice little touch to it. Okay, we'll glue our post on, make sure get a little square. Sometimes you're going to run across some that kind of bow out a little bit. Just take your sander and then just sand that belly out so it's kind of flush, so it sits snug. Other than that, we just glue and make sure she's square. Okay, now just dry fit your roof. Figure out where you want your light at. You want it in the front, like this way, or side, back. Then just dry fit it. And just kind of see, get an average. And we'll take it off with glue and then pin nail it. I got to add my trim, but you should already have, if you're going to do it this way, this should already be on your arches. And then I'm going to do a 5/8 wide trim. Probably have to get another piece, cut it into another piece, unless you got a bunch of scraps. So these are the lights. I'll leave a link in the description. It's like 20 pack. I'm just going to use screws. They do come with a double stick adhesive, but in case I want to change it out, I'll just use the screws. Glue and pin it. And here you can glue if you want to seal these up. Any little gaps or nail holes. Glue and sand it. Do the trim. I'll stain it. Hey, look, the whole set. I want this look cool going on a front porch entrance. Privacy fence. I don't have any shutters, so I'm going to use these as window treatments. Yeah, this is a fun build. I think it looked pretty sweet. Something to add to the arsenal. Going to add a nice touch to the outside, and it's got a pretty cool glow. So let's go check it out. Now, don't that look cool? That's pretty sick. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you on the next one.